everybody, and welcome back to Sophie's Positive Spin. As you can see, we have a new logo. This was made by one of my amazing friends, Katrina, and she sent it to me a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, no, I want, because I'd already kind of gotten into the podcast at that stage. I was like, I knew I was going to take a break after Christmas, so I was like, I'm going to do a big unveiling after Christmas, and here it is. I'm really happy about it. I love it so much. So I'm gonna get straight into the podcast. So as I said before, welcome back. I hope everyone has settled back into semester 2 well. I know myself, the last kind of couple of weeks I've just kind of relaxed and made sure I was organised for the semester, and it's strange getting back into things because last semester was nobody really knew what was going on, and semester 2 of last year everyone just was going back to college. So it's great to see. It's great to be back, though, I have to say. It was nice having a break though for a couple of weeks. Just chilled out, caught up on life, watched some telly, watched some movies. But I actually kept myself busy. Now I wanted to relax. I wanted to sleep all day and watch films, but I just couldn't. Every time I was sat down, I need to be doing something. I need to be reading college things, and I don't know. But I just had to keep myself busy. Even though I really didn't want to be busy. So so we're back. We're back for episode 5 of 2021. So I'm going to just do some good news roundup of the week. My good news. One thing that I actually started doing over the last lockdown 2, was baking. I really got into it. Myself and my sister actually did a bake-off in line with the bake-off on the telly. So every week we'd bake, and I think I've spoken about this before, but I really got into baking from it. So during this lockdown, I actually did more baking. I just over after exams and stuff, I had the time to bake, and just realised my AirPods aren't connected. There we go. Hopefully the sound's maybe a bit better. But I actually ordered loads of stuff from AliExpress. I know it's not the best, but for baking, just cupcake cases and cookie cutters and stuff. So they actually only came yesterday. So that's what I'm kind of looking forward to, maybe at the weekend, doing a bit more baking. I actually did loads of baking over the last couple of weeks, loads of cookies, loads of cupcakes. I kind of was just practicing different piping styles, and so yeah, I really want to get back into baking over the next kind of couple of weeks, especially with all my new baking stuff. With the lockdown, there's not really a lot that's happened. So one thing that I got for Christmas was an iPad. It was a total surprise. I did not think I was getting it. No way. I could have bet €100 that I wasn't going to get an iPad for Christmas, but I did, and I'm very happy with it. It's actually, I've used it for college over the last. I used it a lot for my exams, and over the last couple of days, I've been using it since we started back. It's great for doing readings, and I bought a copy Apple Pencil, and I also bought a keyboard for the iPad, and it'd just be so handy when I go back to college. Hopefully next year we get back into lectures and stuff. And it's just so small. Well, it's smaller than my laptop, and the Apple Pencil's great for highlighting things and doing my readings. I'm so happy with it. I really am. So yeah, some positive news stories from this week. Um, I actually kind of found that quite hard to get news stories. Like I know there is like a lot of positive things going around with like the vaccines, and there's new vaccines still being developed and approved. And more people are getting their vaccines, which is brilliant. Like hopefully over the next couple of months, most people will get their vaccine and life will begin to return to normal. And I was actually, I know it's quite positive podcast, but I was talking to my dad the other day, and he was saying how my sister's boyfriend, three of us were talking about life after lockdown. My sister's boyfriend was just saying like how it will take us so long to get back to the way we were because we were watching like a concert on the telly, and after a couple of minutes, myself and my dad were like, no, look at look at Australia. Look how quickly they like turned things around and got back to normal life. Like I feel like as soon as we can, life will return back to normal, which is quite a positive thing coming out of like a negative. I don't know. Anyway, that was just a little tangent. So some positive news for us this week. This isn't as positive. I just thought I'd start off with this. But it was the passing of Captain Sir Tom Moore. Oh, that's my phone. And it was just his passing wasn't the positive part. Work he had done during the first lockdown. Like raising, I think he raised like 33 million for the NHS during the first lockdown, and just it was just a nice thing of people getting on board, people doing things together to help this man to, I don't know, I just kind of was shocked yesterday when I heard the news, and after kind of like seeing him a lot during the first lockdown, because my mum loves Good Morning Britain with Piers Morgan, and he was on it a lot. He was always like, they always were interviewing him and talking about him. And this morning when I was talking to my mum and she was watching it, I just saw like all the loads of people talking about him and all the work he'd done, which was like, incredible for his age. Like he was 100, and he walked. I can't remember how much he walked, but he was like walking to like a walkathon to raise money. But 33 million raised by one person is incredible. So some positive and sad news there. If you have been on social media over the last couple of days, or yesterday actually, you would have seen the Gardaí dancing. Now, I was on, I think it was TikTok a couple of weeks back, and somebody had recorded a group of guards like dancing. Now, all socially distant, all wear masks, and they were like, "What's going on?" And I was just like, I kind of just like skipped past the video. I was like, oh, like there was a lot of like confusion over it. And then yesterday, I was watching the news, and it was the guards dancing. So it's the Jerusalem challenge, which first originated actually the song originated in 2019, but this dance challenge has actually become popular over the last like couple of weeks, a couple of months. The first time I saw it was Ty Fleming and his dad Derry doing it in like a school, and so back in January, the Swiss police force challenged the Gardaí to do the dance. They were like, "Oh, you can't do it as well as us," and but yesterday they posted it, and it was incredible, I have to say. So the video was shot in loads of different locations all over the country, like in loads of like scenic locations. So fair play to the guards, I have to say, for doing so much to lift like the spirits of people during these times. And to be honest, like I have no bad connotation with guards. Like, I did my work experience with guards and I loved it. All the guards I dealt with were brilliant. And actually, a couple of weeks ago, a neighbour of mine organised for another neighbour's child to have a visit from the guards. And like, it was just a bit crack. Like, all the neighbours who were home that day and couples of children who were home, like, they all kind of came out into the road just to see it. Like, everyone was like socially distant, but just to see, it was just nice, a nice something different in the day. So something different to talk about. I just feel like all of our conversations recently are just the exact same because nobody's really doing anything. So it was nice to be like, oh, well, we saw the guards in the road, and they were actually great with them. Like, I have to say, fair play to them. I have loads of admiration for the guards, I have to say. Second thing is not as huge as the guards dancing on the news, but Vampire Diaries is back on Netflix. Now, it's not a show that I ever watched. It never really had much of an interest. But I do know, like, it has a huge following from, like, school and stuff. But a couple of months ago, I saw my friends complaining that it had been taken off Netflix, and they were all like really upset, and they were like, "No, we love this show." For me, I'd say it's like the Gilmore Girls. Like, they go back to it as like a comfort show, and I don't really know what's comforting about it, but and then the other day in the group chat, it was hopping, like, there was loads of messages going through, and with the news that it's back. So usually every like podcast, I'll like recommend some like TV shows, films, and that's my TV recommendation. I think I might actually go and watch it because it's now back on Netflix. Maybe I do that as a stunt to get it popular again. I don't know. I think I might go back and watch it. Another thing, I actually saw it on Good Morning Britain, and then I was on Instagram and I spotted it again. So a boy called Scott Miller, well, I don't know if he's a boy or a man, posted on Twitter about his parents' lockdown project, and it's amazing. So basically what it is like this like house they built. They're calling it their mini modern house, and oh my god, it's incredible. So he put up saying, "My mom and stepdad have spent the better part of quarantine building their mini modern house." So basically it has functioning electricity, and I honestly thought it was like a civilian house because that's what it reminds me of. But it's incredible, like the pictures, like they have windows, they built it from scratch. There's like a patio with like swings and there's a fire pit. There's a man cave and a games room. Like there's a snooker table, a fish tank. What's the other ones? Oh yeah. So I heard as well that they quilted the carpets. So they actually, like, I remember when I was younger, we had to do like a project and we had to build like a bedroom, and my nana was getting her house done up at the time. So, but like my dad was doing it, and they had leftover carpet, so my dad like cut a little piece out and stuck it into the bottom of the box. So I like that. I thought that was amazing. Like, I still would have been like, that was brilliant that I actually stuck proper carpet into my bedroom for this project. No, they quilted their own, and like the kitchen and everything. Now it's quite like, it kind of reminds me of like a 70s style house, like it kind of looks like something out of like that 70s show, but still, like, it's amazing. He put up a load of tweets about it. I'll post them up on my Instagram. So the garage door goes up. There's 4 fireplaces. What else? Actual teak wood was used for the outside decks. What else was there? Oh, there was a Monopoly board that they made with all the pieces. Like, it's incredible. Like, this is something that I would have loved as a child. Like, we were kind of looking at old things the other day, and we were looking at like my mom's clothes from when she was a child, and a lot of them like when she was like a baby. So they have quite like a 60s kind of like look off them. And there was this skirt. Oh my god! Like the first thing I said to my mom was, "Thank God you didn't show me that when I was younger, because I would have definitely taken that and put up my dolls." So I'm trying to think what else I saw about it. Yeah, so there's a high ceilinged master bedroom and 2 kids' bedrooms. Like, I that's something I'd love to do. Like, I'm not as artistic, and I haven't got the time. But like, incredible. Absolutely amazing stuff. Like, really, really amazing. Um, so now I just want to, like, as I do in every episode, just kind of recommend some positive things to do if you're kind of feeling down or you kind of want to break. Things that I've done for these reasons. I've recommended this podcast before, but it's a particular episode that I was listening to over the last couple of days on my walks that I found quite good. So the podcast is called The Unpopular Opinion, and their latest episode is on embarrassing moments. Now, myself, I have many embarrassing moments, and I don't need to share them all. But so they've like posted about other people's embarrassing stories, and they've talked about their own, and it's just so funny. Like, and then they also have an Instagram that's at the Unpopular Opinion 2020, where they post stories that have kind of come in maybe after the episode, or that they just didn't have time for in the episode. So they'll post them up on their Instagram, and they're just brilliant. They've done it before with like Christmas parties and bad Christmas gifts and stuff. It's just so funny. Like, it's just like, I was literally crying, laughing, like walking around the park the other day, and I feel like people were looking at me being like, "Is she okay?" So I've already recommended a TV show, which is Vampire Diaries. I think I might actually have to go and watch it now. So I'll give you a review next week if I have. Film recommendation is a classic. Everyone knows it. Everyone loves it. Mean Girls. It's actually on Netflix. I think perfect time. I don't know. I was gonna say perfect time for Valentine's Day, but like, anyway. So Mean Girls, love it. Absolutely love Mean Girls. Just a chick flick. Don't really have to like there's nothing really in it. It's not gonna take a lot of time. It's not gonna take a lot of time out of you. What we're saying. I just love Mean Girls. I haven't seen it. Go watch it. I'm not gonna give anything away. I was supposed to go to New York actually last year, and I was going to see it on Broadway. Like, I love Mean Girls. I'd actually recommend listening to the soundtrack of the Broadway musical. That's amazing too. So yeah, thank you all for listening to the podcast this week. It was a kind of a little bit shorter, but hopefully next week there'll be more positive stories to talk about. So thank you all for listening, and see you next week at 12. Bye.